Okay, so when writers use figurative language, you have to pay attention and follow me over here. They use things like metaphors. They use similes. They use alliteration. They use idioms. Remember, idioms are statements that are not meant to be taken literal. Like, it's raining cats and dogs is an example of an idiom. They don't literally mean that cats and dogs are falling from the sky. They're just trying to emphasize the fact that the raindrops are large and heavy, right? There's also personification, and there's hyperbole. Please stop. Hyperbole is the on-purpose use of exaggeration to get a point across, right? So as I read to you Martin Luther King Jr., I want you to pay closer attention to the words. Try to decide if Gwendolyn Brooks is meaning her words to come across literally, or if she's using figurative language. Is she trying to make a point through similes and metaphors and hyperbole and idioms, right? What does she mean, before we begin, what does she mean that he was a prose? What does prose mean? Take 2 seconds, open up your Chromebook and Google. Go to dictionary.com, figure out what prose means, because she's saying he was a prose poem. Huh? You should go back to your desk, yeah. We're not talking, ladies and gentlemen. I gave one simple direction, and I like the way these ladies are following that direction. I said the second line of the poem says that he was a prose poem. No. Please don't blurt out. And that's what I'm trying to explain here and now. I don't want you to raise your hand at this point. I only want you to go inside of your Chromebook, visit dictionary.com, and figure out what the word prose means. Okay? I'll give you a couple of seconds to do this. This poem is literally about Dr. King, the civil rights leader, okay? Your eyesight works wonderfully, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to steal your book really quickly then, okay? All right, who can raise their hand and tell me what prose means? Vanity? Excuse me, I'm sorry. Speak nice and loudly.
Written or spoken language in its ordinary form without material structure.
Okay, so we'll just go with its written language. Does anybody else have a different definition of prose? Kendall.
Another term for sequence.
Another term or sequence. Zachary, another definition.
A hymn sung after the gradual.
A hymn sung after a gradual. All right, so far we know that that prose is something written, right? It's a part of poetry. It's similar to a hymn, which is a song. When we talk about metaphors compare two things, right? I'm right here, so look this way at me. I'm right here. We're not writing the bio poem. We're paying attention to this poem that we're going to read aloud as part of World Read Aloud Day. We know a simile is a comparison of two things using what two words? Yell them out.
Like and
Like and as. So I can say Caleb is as sweet as pie. Kendall is as strong as an ox. My mother is like a drill sergeant. So we get similes, right? However, metaphors also compare two things. They don't use like or as. They just say the first thing is what they're comparing it to. So, and let me try to say that a different way. They compare two things saying one thing is something else. For example, if I said, my Aliyah, she's an angel. So I'm comparing her to an angel by saying she is an angel. As we read the poem Martin Luther King Jr., be on the lookout for similes, for metaphors, for symbolism, for rhyme, all of those examples of figurative language, right? And then we'll try to examine or analyze figurative language a little more closely to see what Gwendolyn Brooks is really trying to tell us about Dr. King. Now, right now, your eyes should either be on my smartboard or on page 482. I'll ask us some more questions for just a moment, unless you don't understand what you should do here and now.
I don't understand prose writing. Like the type of writing or
It's a way that you write a poem in a hymn fashion. So like a song with rhyme. Okay. We'll interpret the poem in just a moment. Hey, Charity, good morning. Sit up in your seat. Anthony, sit up in your seat. Thank you kindly. Remember, I'm reading. You're on the hunt for figurative language. Martin Luther King Jr. And we're popcorn reading too. Thank you, girls. Thank you, gentlemen, for doing such a great job. By Gwendolyn Brooks. A man went forth with gifts. He was a prose poem. He was a tragic race. He was a warm music. He tried to heal the vivid volcanoes. His ashes are reading the world. His ashes are reading the world. His dream still wishes to anoint the barricades of faith and of control. His word still burns the center of the sun. God bless you, above thousands and the hundreds of thousands. The word was justice. It was spoken. So shall it be spoken, so shall it be done. Okay, did we find any examples of metaphor? Did we find any simile? Caleb?
I found a metaphor.
Hey, what's the metaphor you found?
Oh, he was a prose poem.
He was a prose poem. What did you find, Elia? Okay, what's the example? He was a warm music. What did you find? He was a tragic grace. What else, Zachary?
I have two.
Uh-huh.
His dream still wishes to anoint the barricades of faith and control.
What's that an example of?
A metaphor.
Wait, read it again.
His dream still wishes to anoint the barricades of faith and control.
Do you know what anoint means? Okay, raise your hand. What does anoint mean? I've got it. Kendall, what does anoint mean?
I think it means like his dream still lives on.
His dream definitely is still living on, but this is what anoint means. We get it kind of from a religious perspective. In religion, people take oil and they rub it on someone's forehead to anoint them, to give them power, to heal them, right? Isn't that something a human would do?
Yeah.
Rub oil to anoint, isn't that something that a human would do?
Yeah.
Yes, so could his dream be doing that?
Yeah.
What kind of literary
Attention all students and
element?
teachers, there were a pair of black gym shoes left in the 7th grade boys' bathroom. If you know their whereabouts, please turn them in as soon as possible. Thank you.
There is an example of figurative language that says when you have an inanimate object, something not real doing something a human would do, it's called what? What's it called, Lakaya? Personification. So what Zach spied out when he says that his dream still wishes to anoint, that's personification. Yes.
And the second one is his words still burn the center of the sun above the thousands and the 100,000.
More personification. His words still burn. Is it an idiom? Is it hyperbole? Hyperbole is exaggeration. His words still burn the center of the sun.
Yeah, that's kind of.
What could that mean that his words burn the center of the sun?
Maybe that they're lasting forever.
Maybe they're lasting forever.
Oh, they're always shining.
Maybe his words still burn the center of the sun. Maybe his words are just lasting forever and it's shining bright in the sun. It's making the sun shine brighter. So it's just saying actions have something. Words are.
I think actions speak louder.
Yeah.
Maybe. Kendall?
I was gonna ask how charge up my Chromebook because in there is
sure you can plug it against that wall. Okay, as we conclude, let's deal with just this one line. He was a prose poem. That's just a kind of a poem, guys. It's a kind of writing. So what does that mean? He, Dr. King, was a prose poem. I'm going to take your comment, but I want to know what some other people are thinking. So give me 30 seconds of think, pair, share. Think about that. Turn to someone next to you and talk. What do you think it means that he was a prose poem?
He was a prose poem because, like, in the hymnal, it's really powerful.
What does it mean that Dr. King, his life, was poetry?
Like, the hymnals are really,
You can talk to me.
and poetry is, like,
I
kind of
think
powerful, and it moves
It
people
means he was a
to
prose
what we
poem
want to
because
get to.
his
So I think when
words
they said he was a prose poem,
the way he says his words are like poetry, and they're
I think
comparing
that's
him
what
to
he wanted
poetry.
Okay.
He wanted to move a
A
lot of
simile
people
between
to where he wanted
him
to get to.
and the way how
That's
poetry
why.
is written.
Okay. What does it mean that Dr. King was a prose poem? What do you think it means? What does it mean that Dr. King was a poem? What are poems, guys? What do people use poems for?
Songs, poetry.
Yeah, but why do people read poetry?
Wait, can I answer my question? Can I answer the
In
question?
1 second. I want to capture everybody's word.
They read poetry. They read poetry because
I think I know what it is.
not that.
So if people read poetry to make them feel good, to entertain them, maybe to heal them, to make them smile or be happy, and he's being compared to a poem, is that what he did for people also?
Yeah, he made people happy.
He made people happy?
I think he made people happy.
He made
And
them.
also
They made them
feel like powerful. Because that's what poems kind of do. Poems kind of make people feel powerful.
He made them seem like
I think I'd agree.
People,
he told everybody that everybody can have their own voice and they should
and
share
poems
it.
make people feel powerful.
Yes.
Sometimes. And poems are like really. Stan's gonna go through poems are really deep.
In a moment. And so is it saying that he was really deep?
I mean,
Poems
yeah.
sentimental. Dr. King's really deep and sentimental. So that's how we connect with because poems mean a lot to people, and Dr. King meant a lot to people. So that's what
I think it shows that how important he is to everybody.
Who wants to share the final thought? Oh, he was warm music.
Oh.
Remember I told you, hold on, hold your thought. Remember I told you music has a very special power. It has the capacity to change your mood. It has the power to teach you things. When you're feeling down, if you listen to a song with a upbeat tempo, it could change your mood and make you feel happier. It also has the potential to make you feel sadness as well. All right, final thought. I'm going to go to Caleb and then to Zachary.
So I think what he means by he was a prose poem because a poem is like very deep and it's very influential. I would
Yeah.
say. And Martin Luther King, I think they're comparing Martin Luther King Jr. to a poem where they're both really deep, influential, and
Pardon the interruption, teachers. 8th grade students, if you have not done picture retake, teachers allow them to leave the classroom at this time to go to the gym to do picture retake. And if you have 8th grade students, if you have any graduation picture money, you need to bring that down to the office immediately. Thank you.
Okay, Zach, let's go before you have to leave and before we have another interruption.
I think what they said, he was prose poem. His poems are really deep and sentimental, and poems mean a lot to people and make people happy. And like he meant a lot to people, and he was really deep and sentimental. And he found the good in everything, and he was like a minister or something. So when a poem means a hymnal, like something like music, like hymnal, I think that's what they meant because he was like a pastor, and then
I like that.
I think
Poems can be used as gifts too, right?
Yes.
And so perhaps we can think of him as a gift to the world. What did you want to add, Alana? Just like the poem's words have power. I like that.
And can I say something about poetry?
Oh, sure.
Okay, hi guys. We are looking for really good original poets for our school newspaper. So speaking of poet, if you are creative and you want to try it, give it to your teacher and she can give it to me. But I'm looking for poetry to put in the school newspaper, original pieces that you have created. So it goes with what she's talking about. What inspires you? You know, what is it that you like? So if you have questions, just jot them down and I'll be happy to address them.
And they actually have created some bio poems.